Hello my people, it's another car video. I found that you guys prefer these car videos to my other videos because yeah, we have better conversations when I'm sitting in the car and allowing my opinions flow. So I think I'll be consistent with the car videos. Yeah, so consider this a session of my channel or series on my channel where I share my opinion based on what I read. Yeah, based on your suggestions that I read in the comments. I found that for some people, once they suggest something in the comments and I ask one question, boom, the comment disappears. Why now? Recently somebody suggested real estate, investing in real estate against investing in FGM bonds because inflation. But I asked him just one question. I said, don't you think that real estate is too capital intensive to suggest to everybody? How many people can dole out millions and millions to invest in real estate with this current high cost of building materials? I waited and waited, no response. I went to check out the comment and boom, the comment has disappeared. Bros, why now? The conversation just started. Just one question, boom. So consider this my opinion on real estate, investing in real estate in Nigeria in 2024, right now that I'm making this video, because I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Number one reason why I will not be investing in real estate is that real estate is capital intensive. Yeah, I don't even suggest it to anybody. You have to start from somewhere, build your wealth to a certain extent before you make enough money to invest in real estate. Especially in Nigeria, where you dip your hands deep inside your pocket and bring out the money to build real estate. It's not like abroad where you pay. Here in Spain, we pay 20%. It's only if you are less than 30 years old, or is it 35? I have to check on that. If you're less than 35 or less than 30, the banks can give you 100% mortgage. The government also has a grant for under 30s, young people. Let's call them young people because I'm not sure of the age, to encourage them to invest in real estate. But in Nigeria, you're on your own. We don't have anybody to help us invest. You don't have anybody to help the citizens. Banks are not ready to give you. There's nothing like, what is a mortgage in Nigeria? Is it not all these mortgages that they offer? You pay like half of it now and pay off the others at most. The most I've seen is 18 months. I don't call that a mortgage. That's instrumental payments. That's the kind of thing we get here when you buy a TV. Yeah, something like that. Even a car, you can pay off a car in 5 years here, but you can't even pay off a house in 5 years in Nigeria. So let's not go there. The last thing I will be telling everybody now is that the only thing to invest in is real estate. Myself and I, Flo, I am not investing in real estate this year. That's number one. It's capital intensive. Right now, the cost of building materials, of course, is coming down, but it went to, like, let's use cement, for example. Cement was 5,000 something, 6,000 something before the recent crazy inflation happened, when the price of cement went as high as 15,000 naira per bag of cement. About the beginning of last week, we bought 13.5 because there was something we were doing. We needed just one bag of cement because I'm not going to buy many bags of cement and say that I'm building now. Nothing will make me do that. It's coming down. Late last week, I think we bought 9,100, and just yesterday, my husband and I, because we watch all these videos, my husband watches all these videos on his account on our YouTube TV. So whenever he comes in, YouTube suggests such videos to him. So just yesterday we were watching a video where somebody was doing a building materials market vlog, and the seller said that cement was 7,008 yesterday. So it's still coming down. Okay, it's still coming down. It hasn't settled because it started from 5,000 something. We know that once the prices of things go up in Nigeria, it never comes down. But that specific inflation, high, like skyrocketing of prices of everything, not just building materials, but of course we are talking about real estate here. That one is it beats all imagination. It beats all financial calculations. We all knew that it was superficial. So it's coming down. It's coming down. So you need to wait till it comes down. We don't know if it will settle this year. We don't know if it will happen again. So as far as real estate is concerned, not me. Count me out. Investing in real estate in Nigeria this year. Remember, this is not financial advice. Go and do whatever you want. This is me sharing my opinion, purely my opinion. Please feel free to leave your own opinions below. All opinions are valid, but all I ask is, when I ask you a simple question, just respond. Why would you run away when I ask you one question? That's the thing. Some of you oppose my own. I come and ask you one question. I haven't even started opposing your own. I just wanted clarification, and boom, you disappeared. So maybe I should stop responding to you guys. Whenever I see such things, I make a video like this. What do you think? Most of my audience here are men, but the way some people behave these days, I'll be like, what? What's going on? It's just like the one that was, he keeps shouting, I'm not interested in investing in Nigeria. Flow is ridiculous, this and that, but he has left hundreds of comments on my channel in the past 6 days. Yeah, I saw the older 6 days ago. He's not interested in rentals. He's not interested in investing in Nigeria. The Naira is dead. This and that. I've not seen a single suggestion that he made. He was also trolling other people. I'm pretty sure that you guys, some of you know who I'm talking about. He will go to anybody that says that, oh, this is a good rate. He'll go and troll that person. Start telling him, you don't know what you're talking about. Inflation, this. There are thousands of channels on this YouTube teaching about how to invest outside Nigeria. Go and follow them now. But this guy seems obsessed with me for some reason. I don't know him. His name doesn't sound familiar. His photo, I went to his channel to see whether he was uploading content about investing outside Nigeria. Maybe it was his own style of marketing his channel, but not a single video was on his channel. So I just blocked him to set him free because he's starting to behave strange. Yeah, it looks like his umbilical cord is tied to my womb. So I cut it off. Yeah, I blocked him because no, that's not how to have conversations. You don't attack people. Hold your own opinion and allow other people to hold their own opinion. After all, I'm not coming to dip my hand into your pocket to take your money to go and invest. At least, let's respect each other, I beg. The only reason that I'll go to the market now and buy bags and bags of cement and say that I'm building is if my rental property I am building is almost finished. Maybe it's only remaining the floor yard and all that, the concrete floor yard, maybe a fence. Yeah, the finishing touches. That is just what is holding me from renting out the property. I'll do that. I'll close my eyes. It's just like I said in the last video. In investing, you need to press your calculator and know which one is better for you. If you continue waiting, you will miss out on the money you earn from the tenants, right? So why wait? So you can just close your eyes, count your losses, go and buy the materials and finish what you're building so that you can rent the house out. That's the only thing that will make me continue to buy building materials right now in Nigeria. Another thing that I will understand, I won't even do that one. I will understand it because, you know, I'm empathic like that. I understand how these things give people joy. It's their money. If they have the money, why not? I will understand it. Is if somebody is building his personal house, maybe in the village, for instance, and he wants to move into the house, you know, the person is already on schedule to finish the house by Christmas and move in before this crazy thing happened, this crazy rise in the cost of building materials happened in February. So the person will think, oh, if I wait, I don't know if the price of building materials will come down, you know, as it's normal in Nigeria. When prices of things go up, they don't come down. If that person felt, oh, it's never going to come down, let me continue building before it gets worse, I will understand that one. But I won't even do it because it's a personal house. You guys know my opinion about building a personal. It's not an investment. So why the hurry? If we can't meet up with Christmas, we stay where we used to stay when we go to Christmas. We had somewhere we were staying before we started building our house. I mean, it's our house, but I will understand it. These kinds of things give people joy. After all, What's the reason why we work hard if not to use the money to make ourselves happy? If it will make the person happy, I will be the last person that will come and be attacking the person, saying you're stupid, you're foolish, you're ridiculous, that you're building house at this with this very high cost of building materials. I will never do that. The only thing related to real estate that I can buy now is land. If you have been following the cost of land in Nigeria, you will notice that the cost of land did not go crazy like every other thing. Because real estate, you can't really increase the price of real estate like that. So I will actually buy land now and keep, assuming I've been looking for land to buy. I will actually buy land now because the prices of land has remained stagnant. It's like land, those pieces of lands were not in Nigeria when all this crazy rise in the cost of goods and services was happening. So I will buy land. Real estate is not something that you add price to. Go and check the prices of houses as well. You can imagine at that point where the prices were increasing. You can't say, oh, this 50 million naira house is now 100 million. You don't do that. You can't do that just like people were adding prices on top of their old stock in the market. You can't do that. Disposable goods and services that you sell in the market, you can easily add prices to it, but not real estate. The same goes with rent. Do you know that landlords, landlords that are on top of it, everybody was ready, waiting for what he would do in the first 3 months. And of course, he came and did that blunder that he did. And everything went crazy. That's when most landlords started increasing their rent last year. Again, rent is not something you come and say blanket increase. If your tenant just finished paying rent in January, and this crazy increase in prices of goods and services happened in February, will you go back and say you have to press calculator and give me the extra? you can't do that. You can't go back and increase rent. You have to wait till, say, 6 months before the person's rent expiry to increase. All tenants have different rent cycles, right? So imagine you increased rent last year thinking that that's it, that's the subsidy removed. The price of fuel came up, so you use that to calculate how much you increase your rent by. And then after increasing that, this crazy increase happened. So what will you do? You go back and increase for the same tenant? That's not going to happen. A lot of times, when you increase rent for the next 3 years, you're not doing anything. So when some people come and tell me real estate and rental properties or commercial property is inflation proof, it's not true. Think it well. It's not true. You can't catch up with inflation with rental properties. If you increase your tenant's rent this year, it will be crazy if you increase it again next year. Or are you going to do every single year you eject all your tenants and then bring in new ones? Because actually, one good opportunity that landlords have to increase their rent is when a new tenant is coming in. But with your old tenants, there's even so much that you can increase their rent by. You cannot just come now and say, oh, you've been paying 100,000, you have to start paying 200,000, 100% increase just like that. It's not going to happen. But if old tenants move out, then you can say, at least this new tenant, when you tell this new tenant, this is the amount I'm collecting, if they cannot meet up, they leave, right? But you can't do that to somebody that is already living in your house. So what I'm trying to say is that when you think this is true, you agree with me that rental property, real estate, is not inflation proof as you think. Okay? It's not inflation proof as you think. Think it very well. Well, it's not a competition of who will win the argument, but these are facts. Anyway, all these conversations are coming up because of my video. A lot of people are so against this FGN bond. Somebody wrote a comment recently. I said, if you're earning abroad, I said, okay, you only have those earning abroad in mind. What about those earning in Nigeria? What about those that live abroad, but they have something that is generating money for them in Nigeria? Are you trying to tell them that because inflation is 30% and you only get 16% on FGN bonds, that they should put their money, leave their money in the bank, or they should put their money under the bed? I don't know. Please, can you guys explain it to me? Because sometimes I read some comments and I'll be like, did this person think this true? Or they're just commenting just to comment? Or they're just regurgitating what they see other people saying? There's another one coming up. I'm going to talk about Forex because that's another thing I see people suggesting. I'm going to talk about that one. In summary, I would rather have paper investments. If you truly believe that Nigeria is going down, that it can't recover, you shouldn't put your money, actually, yeah, if you think deep, you shouldn't put your money in permanent structures. Are you going to carry your permanent structure on your head when Nigeria finally scatters like Haiti? Are you? So actually, the smart place to put your money is in paper investments. These same FGM bonds that people are bad-mounting, do you know that FGM bonds is the only paper investment that you can call up today and say you need your money, they give it to you, no penalties. Abroad people, forget about yourselves for a moment and think about people that live in Nigeria. If people live in Nigeria and earn in Naira, what do you want them to do with their money? That's what I would like you to have in mind when you're dropping these comments, because you're not the only one with money. There are some people in Nigeria that have money as well, looking for where they will put it so that the money will be making more money for them. I would rather make 16% in a 30% inflation country than leave my money in the bank. Yeah, let me know of your opinion below. But when I ask you a question, don't run away. Don't leave the comments. Are you afraid? So you guys so afraid of defending what you believe in? Anyway, bye. See you in another car video.